If you could see my pants right now. Let me say, folks, there's a reason you're only
You
seeing
wear
the
pants
top
for these
half.
recordings? Today, we got the reveals of the All Stars 6 for Mythic Legions, and I'm excited. Jordan is blind reacting to this, so I watched the live stream. I tried to retain as much information as I could, and then Jordan has seen nothing. He knows nothing, so I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to have him look away as we switch characters. That way, each one is a blind react, and then we'll talk about this. I'm pumped. So
I have seen, I like that. I've seen and know nothing. Story of my life, you know?
All right, Jordan, avert your eyes. I'm going to share screen, and I'll bring up the first character. Okay.
How many, can you tell me how many there are so I know?
No, because I don't know how many there are. So I didn't count them up. All right, go ahead. We're going to start out easy here. This is stuff you've already seen, but we're going to just go through it all. So this is Clavian. You already know him. You can open your eyes.
Yes. Oh, okay. Yes.
So Clavian, we've seen. He was announced already. Came out in, I think this was the very first wave of Mythic Legions. He's one of the All Stars. Comes with a sword, shield. It's got the faction logo on it. The shield is kind of scuffed up. This is one that, when the voting was actually happening, you were kind of talking about how you were a little bit interested in him since he's a skeleton. What are your thoughts, Jordan?
Yeah, I mean, it would be interesting to have another colored skeleton. That'd be fun. Yeah, it's just that still has kind of been my collection and probably will be my bent is the more, horror-esque characters, I guess. So, definitely the one I was leaning towards the most out of that. I don't know if I'd be, whipping out my wallet to grab it, but
okay. All right,
I see the merit of it.
Avert your eyes. All right, the other one we got. Go ahead. We've got Borthar Shadowhorn. He's a dwarf. You don't have any dwarves in your collection yet.
I do not.
I did updates as we went through the week. I said he's not really the first dwarf I want to get. The paint job on him is kind of plainish. It's just kind of I don't know, where's the pizzazz, That's my thoughts on him. I don't know.
A little more spice.
Yeah. So
I could see that. Maybe
he was
the
one that
intention
was
is to paint him then.
He was one. I think I put it on the update video, but I think it was 135 was what he was going for on eBay. So makes sense. Avert your eyes.
They're averted.
Go ahead. The last we had was Gorthok, the Shadow Orc. This one, he was going for, I want to say there was a sale for him for 200 possibly.
Oh my goodness.
So he was pretty pricey. And he was another one you were saying that you were kind of interested in.
To me, he looks more like a Lord of the Rings orc,
Yeah.
Or more like an Uruk-hai, but you wouldn't get that reference. So
I'm sure the folks listening probably do.
Yeah, Dakota has not seen or just doesn't care for Lord of the Rings.
I haven't seen it.
All right. I want to hear what the nerds think about that. Yeah, I thought this one... Yeah, that looks cool. Look at those. Is that an alternate?
Yeah, so he's got 2 heads.
Does he come with?
He's got the unhelmeted head and the helmeted head.
That's pretty cool. Yep. I like him.
So he's got the most accessories out of the All-Stars. The other ones only come with a sword and a shield, and that's kind of it. They all have that belt that they all come with, but you get 3 weapons with him, the pauldrons, 2 heads, and then the belt. So
yeah.
What are your thoughts there,
Jordan?
I
would get that one, I think, over Clavian if I had to pick.
Interesting. Branching out from the skeletons.
It's true.
I really like the color. I would probably only get him for the armor. I like the bluish, Even the like loin piece is kind of cool. But this one was one that I was just a full pass on.
Yeah.
Which is good. Go ahead and avert your eyes, Jordan.
All right.
One last All-Star. You're good. We've got Sir Ignatius. This is one that I voted for and you voted for because you just copied my votes.
That's right.
So if you're a fan of Sir Ignatius, you can thank Jordan and I for those votes. He also comes with the faction shield. He's got a sword and spear. Pretty unique armor on him. I think people are saying
the
it's
colors.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I like the purple and white. I think he's going to look cool next to Sir Gideon and Sir Uzjak.
I was gonna say he looks like he and Sir Uzjak could be buddies.
Yeah,
Are they in the same order or something?
Yep, all part of the Order of Etheron. All right. How do you want to? How should we go through the? Do you want to do like in the order they released them? Do you want to do them in kind of good guys then bad guys?
Order of release.
Okay, they're not. I'll try to remember.
Okay, yeah, that's all right then. Just
okay.
Follow your heart.
All right. Eyes are averted.
Yep.
Let's go. I think the first one was this guy. You're good. We've got a skeleton raider.
Oh my.
But okay, so here, I think you'd like this helmet. It looks very Conan.
Yeah, I love it.
But look at all this.
Oh my goodness.
You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of hands. You've got two.
This might be one of the coolest Mythic Legions I've ever seen.
Oh, I like it. You've got 2 options for loin pieces. You got a belt, a mace, curved sword, the spear, shoulder.
You're telling me this is $37?
$37, Jordan.
Let me see the main picture again.
Okay.
Oh dang, that is pretty cool. Can you hop over to the one with him with the helmet?
Yep.
Or the full? That's kind of interesting to me.
So it's a little bit more gladiator like they were saying on
What about to the right?
This one?
Keep going though. Ooh. What were they saying?
They were saying that like when you can like switch the heads like this, it kind of like puts them in like a whole different area of skeleton because like this is kind of the like barbarian skeleton. Right. Now he's a gladiator skeleton. Here's like photo. It's just I think just even the neck is cool. Like that's a skinnier neck than what we've gotten with other regular 2.0 Mythic Legions. What do you think, Jordan? He getting added to the list?
That definitely is the top contender out of all these I've seen so far.
I want this mace.
Yeah. That is really cool.
All right, so
I like it.
That's figure number 1 out of the new releases.
Right.
Eyes are averted. Right. Next up was this one, I believe. You're good. Scally Bone Splitter. A dwarf skeleton.
Oh, man. Wow.
Yeah.
I love that.
Look at all that.
Northern settlement of Vikingfell. Ooh, wow.
I like that shield.
That's a cool looking shield.
Yeah.
And the axe, hammer, sword.
2 hands.
Got a regular. Oh, you could have a regular head with like a scaly body. That's interesting.
So these are brand new, like helmet accessories. They haven't had these before. Same head as like a deluxe. What was it? Barbarian, I think. Which I just opened up this week. And I love the shoulder armor here. I think that came on the deluxe gladiator.
I didn't notice that.
So yeah, I like the blue. This one I'm on the fence about. I like him. He could be the first dwarf I should get. So
that looks like it would be a fine choice.
And what do you think, Jordan?
Yeah, I like that one. I think if I were like this one or the built or the Raider, I'd go with the Raider just because
I agree with
feels
that.
a little more universal to me. But
yep.
I think this is cool. I mean, this is kind of what I've been wanting to see out of Legions, is just kind of like blending the factions or races
Mm-hmm.
to kind of have, like, I think that's interesting to say, what would it, even for your imagination, like a skeleton dwarf, like, is he, like, just kind of the freedom to do things because it's not established, they can just kind of make up, like, you could,
Right.
like, I like seeing, like, the vampire knight and stuff, like, that was cool, but, yeah, I love my skeletons, so more varieties, the better.
For sure. I'll give you a spoiler alert. They didn't do this, but I was thinking, how crazy would it be if they did a skeleton troll? That would be nuts.
All
right, eyes averted.
All right.
Next up, I think it was this guy. Go ahead, Sir Andrew. So he
like his colors.
Yeah, kind of cool. I think the face on it's pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I like this shot. His cape is kind of winged.
Mm-hmm.
But then this is the picture.
Ooh.
I was like, I don't know about this, but then he like got him holding a blue flaming sword. Get out of here. Look at all that stuff. $37.
Look at all that stuff.
So his helmet, this one with the face in it, is the same helmet as Sir Adalric, the kind of Mardi Gras looking knight from the Necronominous wave.
Yes.
But it's a different faceplate. So I think those are probably swappable. You could put either one of these faces in there. It's also a different like shield part that comes down over the face. So you get a little bit different look for your knight. And then he's got this unsoft-goodded look. Just kind of a general regular knight. This faction, or not like faction, but like section of the faction, I can't remember what they're called, but these are all like criminals. So they're you can either be sent to prison or you can join this group of knights and like fight the skeletons, the legions of the dead, or you can go to prison. So kind of a cool story with him. And he's like I can't remember what pyromancer. Yeah. So
yeah, I just was reading that. That's pretty cool. It's like he's like obviously a magic knight, but he learned magic and then
unfortunately his first spell was set his parents on fire.
Yikes.
So that's kind of why he's a part of this, like trying to like atone for his past sins.
Yeah. That's cool.
So comes with the same like this magic effect that we're getting in the Poxus wave. Yeah. Cool figure. I like it.
Yeah.
First good guy they revealed.
No, I like it. I mean, I'm obviously more the skeleton man, but I think that's a sweet picture. Whoever took that.
I think these are all
pay raise.
Yeah, Trevor Williams, 1/6 shooter.
That is an impressive photo.
All right, eyes averted, Jordan.
All right.
Next, I think it was these. All right, you're good. Now, I don't imagine you're going to be too excited about these.
Whoa!
It's a belt pack. But it is kind of cool because it's going to give you the options to like do some different like customizing when you do the pop and swaps. It's just going to add an extra layer to that. But it's only $12. So like they're giving you some pretty good fodder. These come in brown, or there's also a black one. I won't really show those because it's the same as these, just different color. But all the like loops and buckles, buttons are all painted. And like, I think this is, that's not even the normal one. This is the kind of normal one that comes with all of them, but doesn't even have buckles and stuff. So, you know, all of your legions kind of come with some sort of belt usually, but some of them kind of come with fancier ones. So now you can give some of the ones that didn't come with fancy ones more fancy ones. But all right, avert your eyes, Jordan. I doubt you're going to be getting those. I don't think I will.
I mean,
either.
if I were more into the customizing aspect, maybe.
Yeah.
But obviously I'm teasing by laughing. It's just kind of funny that it's a whole bunch
You're
of
good.
belts.
You can look again.
All right.
Bone wings.
Ooh.
So these I want to get for sure because I want to add them to my Terpiculi. These are the same wings that come with Necronominus, so they were saying they're about the size
so
of your
that's what they were
hand.
talking about, right? Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, weren't they saying something like speculating that they would do something like this?
Oh, yeah.
The Terpiculi about.
Yeah, and like Jeremy had been
having it.
saying, like you should get yourself a bunch of extra Terpiculi because you're going to want them for what comes later.
Mm-hmm.
And this isn't even that. So we get to that next.
Okay.
But yeah,
that's cool.
they were saying
Could
that
you
can
put this on
these...
like your vampire looking guys?
Would I? Or could you?
Could you?
These go on any figure.
Yeah.
The same back to, and like those holes in the back of your legions that you put like shoulder pauldrons in. This fits in there, or there's that like gap in the back that like and that come like especially the Furious 4 came with those like small adapter pieces that you're probably like, what are these for? You put the wings in those too, so then you can still have the shoulder pauldrons too. So I'll be getting a pair of these wings, putting them on my Terpiculi because you can put them on like I said, the back of the figures, but for the Terpiculi you can also put them on the arms. So it's just like giant wings. So that's my plan.
Cool.
I don't know. I'm gonna do so many different combinations with the Terpiculi.
Yeah, put them on everything.
I'm so excited for those. All right, avert.
Not looking.
Next up was this.
Ooh.
Another heads pack. So,
but
we've got 2 zombies. We've got
vampire looking.
Yep, a vampire one. This is not an orc. I think it's an orc, not an ogre. This is a wolf. This is a gorilla, and this is a lion. So I believe we've got separate picture. Oh, so this is everything. So they come with different neck pegs, and then it also comes with that like severed head peg that came with the headless horseman. So these 2 heads get the corresponding, and these heads will work with your undead builder that came out previously. Right. These are standard bone color, so they'll work with like Terpiculi or your, what is that? The harvester that you like?
Yes, Maxilius.
Maxilius, right. Gorilla head. Did they have a picture of this? Okay, they don't have a picture of this, but they had like a pop and swap of this on a Terpiculi. So then you have your skeleton gorilla. So I've got 2 Terpiculi coming. That'll be one of them. Savannah actually popped in while I was watching this part of the live stream, and she was like, "Oh, you got to get that. That's everything you love. It's skeletons and gorillas." And I said I could even put those Necronominus wings on my gorilla. So
you could have a flying skeleton gorilla.
What more do I need?
Are you kidding me? Do I need any other toy companies?
That's kind of where I'm at, man. These other heads are cool.
And it's articulated?
Yep. So far, the 3 are articulated jaws. These more like animal ones are fixed because of how the like anatomy is. It was kind of hard to articulate, I guess.
Yeah.
But one is open, one is closed, so you at least have the difference there. And I think these will fit on your Terpiculi also. I don't think, because they kind of mentioned like the Chimera, but I think the Chimera is more like the port is in the back of the head, like right here. So there may need to be some sort of adapter, but I'm sure third parties are going to make that adapter, so you'll be able to put these on your Chimera. This one from the Undead Builder Pack was one of the ghost heads, but then they just painted it, so now it can be one of your zombies. And then this is the Hagnon head that was also, like, he's the ghost figure. And I guess people have been painting and, like, kind of making their own, like, fleshed out Hagnon. And now you get Hagnon as one of your zombies. So. And then if some of these you're not using, because, like, I probably am not going to use the wolf head or the lion head, but those could also be, you can't really tell in my background behind me, but I just have all my extra skulls as like little diorama pieces. So that was
Yeah.
something they had mentioned too. So
That's cool.
head spec, Jordan. What do you think?
I do like that. That definitely, I could see a lot of possibilities with those. It's just so crazy. There's a gorilla head. I like
I
the
know.
vampire one. The vampire one's cool though.
Yeah, I
That
like that
sweet.
because I don't really
Then you
love
could
the
have like a
vampires.
skeleton vampire like
Yeah, because
knight or
that's what I was
something.
thinking.
You know?
Is like I don't have any. I mean, I have a vampire, but I've kind of pop and swapped him to be something else, kind of, because I don't really love the vampire look. But if it's a skeleton vampire, now we're talking.
Story.
Now we're talking.
No, we're cooking.
All right, avert.
All right.
The next one was this one. You're good. We've got Sir Enoch. So crazy soft goods again. And we'll just get to the accessories because still $37. And you get alternate heads. So you've got, this is the Sir Elijah head, but different faceplate. And then you've got, this was a Dark Templar head, or just also a Templar head with the same accessories. But then you also have the winged accessories, shoulder pauldrons, belt, 4 sets of hands, maybe 5. I don't know if this is, I don't think this is including what's actually on him. Sword, mace, dagger, sheaths, and then the shield.
Yeah.
So here's the picture of him with kind of the Templar look. And I like this like armor, like that red and gold. If that wasn't on there, I would have no issue skipping on this guy, but dang, that's cool. Let's see. Got this picture. Trevor Williams again. I like the winged look on the helmet also. That's pretty cool. I would definitely display him like that. I don't know about the soft goods on him. Maybe a little much. I don't know if I would keep all that on there.
Overdone it a little bit.
I kind of like this look a little bit better because I really want to be able to see like these details on the arms and legs.
Yeah, I agree. I think that doesn't make sense to. Well, I guess it depends on how you want to do it, but that like to me looks a little too bulky.
Yeah, and like you could do your like you get him, have him with that faceplate with all the stuff on, and then you get your other ones where you're kind of more displaying them without the soft goods. Because like I would only, if I was getting multiples and like wanted to have each character, I wouldn't want multiples with the big billowy soft goods, but I would want one as like the leader, and then the others are around too. So, yeah, good figure. You're probably passing on that one, Jordan?
I think I am, but you know, I think it's interesting to see this much cloth goods on like a non-Mezco item to me. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, and like this many accessories still for $37 just blows my mind. And that's not, it's not like one figure came with a lot of accessories. Like if we're comparing this to like Marvel Legends, it's like usually you have one Speedball in the wave and you have a Thor. Thor comes with a bunch of stuff. Speedball comes with nothing. So far, every single one of these, you're like, that's still $37? No way. So,
but wait,
avert.
There's more.
We haven't even gotten to my favorite yet.
Oh.
Next up was this one. You're good. We've got Deacon the Horse.
Deacon.
Again, we're soft goods to the 9. These are wired soft goods too, just like Bishop was from the Necronominous wave. Again, too much soft goods for me, but they did say that under all the soft goods is Balius the Horse, which is, I don't know if you know, but it's the brown horse. I think it was the first horse they did. So they were saying it's kind of like they didn't give Balius an all-star, but this is kind of their way of like reissuing the horse for people that missed out, but then also giving you something extra for the people that already have that horse. So it's a deluxe horse, $65. Usually just a regular horse would cost $55, but since you're getting all this crazy soft goods, you're getting a little bit more. But then it comes with the banner. Same stuff that Balius came with.
The horse can have a sword?
Well, that's what Balius came with, so they put like everything that came with Balius, so like this sword, the shield, and then this was like the blanket part that came on Balius. But since they've got all the soft good stuff on here, you take that off. But if you wanted to display it like the true Balius, then boom.
Just hoping you could port that sword into the mouth of the horse.
Probably could.
I'd love it if there was a horse with a sword in its mouth just running around Mythic Legions.
That would be funny.
I think that's a cool way to do that. Just kind of the way you explained it, of saying, you know, it's not just for the people who didn't get it, but it's also not just kind of like a cheap, we're just doing this because we can't think of anything else move.
Right.
Like, it's actually thoughtful, which I think is pretty, like, they do seem to, like, it just feels like the fans really are so much of a priority for them, which I think is really cool.
Yeah. And that's kind of what like I was feeling this whole live stream was just like even though this is kind of like a straight reissue, it's like done in a way that seems very for the fan.
Yeah.
Like they're still giving you a reason to want to get it if you have it. And then like Balius, I think, is going for like 150 in the aftermarket right now. So now you get one for almost $100 off of what you would have had to pay to get that horse. Yeah. So, and like these soft goods are going to go really well with Sir Enoch. Was that the last one? So you've got his big capes. You got all the soft goods on here. It kind of goes together. Or you could de-soft good him and then de-soft good this, and you've got tons of options. So I think it's cool. Avert.
All right.
All right, I think we're on to this one. This is my favorite. You're good, Jordan. What do we got? I didn't even listen to them say the name because I was just too blown away.
Baradoc?
Yeah, Baradoc.
Baradoc?
Get out of here. That's amazing.
It looks like you custom ordered this toy.
I know.
Is that like a crazy head?
It's a shield.
Oh, I thought that was an alternate head. I was like,
look at the size of that sword too.
That is a giant sword, man.
Dude. And the
is that what you meant by going with Sir Uzjak?
Yeah. Because he's the same size.
Do you
he's
battle
big.
with him?
Yeah. He's ogre scale. This one I'm getting for sure. If I got none else from this wave, he's for sure.
He's the
$65. A little bit more expensive, but he is big.
What is the scale again? You said it's ogre scale.
Here, let me stop sharing. So, I've got my Zazar here, and then I've got the Shadow, or maybe this is just the regular Equidron. So they're about this big. He stands easily a head taller. Like Zazar, even with his horns, is like barely coming up to his neck.
Yeah.
So very substantial. Yeah. So that's going to be the same size. Like him and Sir Uzjak are going to be the size of this Equidron.
Okay. Now that is pretty substantial.
So, and I'm going to have so many of those big ones because I didn't have any until like probably 2 weeks ago. And now I've got 2 Ogre Builders, Armageddon's, is that how you say his name? And then that Equidron. And then I've got that Azahazar coming, and pretty sure the dragon one, name's escaping me. And then Sir Uzjak, and now this guy.
Uzjak.
So they showed this one, and pretty much they all agreed this was their favorite from the wave.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive, man.
I could just sit here and look at it all day.
Stare at it for hours.
But like, I'll just dedicate a shelf to having those two like going at each other. Get the sword, the shield, 2 different sets of like wrist gauntlet type things. I would always go with these. Those are way cooler. Even like the belt is like an eye. I feel like this, like, because Sir Oozjack is coming with like a skull head, which I was like, I'm never going to display Sir Oozjack with a skull. But this guy, maybe his unhelmeted head is a skull, and that makes more sense. So
yeah.
This is, they also said, one of Necronominus's children. This is the twin brother to Belualith, the Beastmaster with the Chimera. So they were kind of showing like a side-by-side of them, and they're like, "Ooh, that looks so cool." I was like, who cares about Belualith right now? Look at this figure. Anyway, that's enough of that. What do you, Jordan, are you going to get him?
I am very excited to see him in your collection.
Okay.
I don't know, dude. I don't know if I'm ready for ogre scale yet.
I don't know what your aversion to amazing action figures is, but I'll forgive you. I'll have him in mind.
All right.
All right, Avert. We got one more left.
All right.
The last figure, you're good, is Thrasis, the First Risen.
Ooh.
So this one I figured would be a little bit more up your scale.
Yeah.
So looks kind of like an undead Viking. He comes with the faction shield, kind of like Xylona's, or no, what was Xylerian Guard and Gorgo Aetherblade 2. All right, seeing that from this angle, this is a pretty sweet shield. He comes with a banner as well. Wired, I'm pretty positive. Shoulder pauldrons, 2 belts. Tons of hands, extra feet.
Yeah.
Because he's got the skeleton feet, or you can have him with the armored feet. They were also saying that this green part is plastic. The brown is soft goods. And that was kind of like adding to the like chaos of the figure. The soft goods are kind of ripped up so you can see the ribs through it, which I think is a super cool touch. And then the fur here is attached to the cape. So it's like all one part.
It looks pretty cool.
He's one that I don't like him as much as, see, I don't even remember what the guy's name is. He's Bojack something.
I think something like Bojack. Bingo.
I don't like him as much as him.
Bingo bongo.
But
yeah,
he is super cool.
I think I would take this guy over the ogre.
Yeah, I figured you would, but you're new to this, Jordan.
But I'm new. I don't
give
know
you a
what
break.
I'm doing. Yeah, exactly. Take it easy on the new guy.
All right, so that was all of them. So I'll go back to the whole screen.
Wow.
This is all of our figures. The all-in price is $495. They said that was $37 less than if you bought them individually. So it's, if you buy them all, you get a free, essentially regular standard figure. So let's go thoughts on, like, what if you're going to pre-order right now, Jordan, what are you pre-ordering?
Definitely Skeleton Raider.
Okay.
It's a big circle.
Yep.
I'm
anything up there.
I'm torn, but I mean, I don't know if I would get both Bone Splitter and Thrasis.
Okay.
But maybe I would.
Nice.
I don't know. I mean, basically, the skeletons kind of hook me. You know that.
Is Thrasis like for sure you're just debating on Bone Splitter, or?
Well, I'm kind of looking between them, but then maybe the answer would be, you would probably tell me then you just get both.
Yeah. Don't need a red skeleton among them?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I really don't. I think I'm just drawn to that style of skeleton.
Okay. That makes sense.
So that would those 3, and then maybe the head pack. I'd have to think about that.
Okay.
But that is cool.
Yeah. I mean, the head pack, the nice thing about that is, like, ones that you don't want, you could probably sell each of those heads for, I feel like it'd be easy to sell each head for $10. So at that point, you're sell 3 heads and you got the rest of them for free.
Mm-hmm.
And did you end up getting an Undead Builder pack or no?
I did not.
Oh, Jordan. Which
I
heads
think
out
I
of the
do
pack?
Bone Splitter and maybe 2 Skeleton Raiders. Maybe pass on Thrasis.
Oh, wow.
Just 'cause,
interesting.
but maybe not. I don't know.
I thought you would really love Thrasis.
I do. Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Like that
He doesn't
beard.
come with an unhelmeted bearded head, though, does he?
No, but see, then you fix that with one of these. Or, like, you've got your Maxilius. Maxilius has a head. Or you can have...
That's true.
I'll give you this skeleton head.
All right.
So, you could have an unhelmeted head if that was really what you wanted. But, like, you're going to take off this bearded, helmeted... It's like the chainmail on the sides.
I like to have my options.
Okay, I understand that. I get that. I think for me, I'm always going to go a little heavier than you.
Mm-hmm.
I got to get Baradot. How did you say it? Because I think you were right.
Baradoc?
Baradoc. Definitely getting him. He's a for sure. Absolutely. I'm probably also going to get a Skeleton Raider. I'm getting a Wings pack. Getting a Heads pack. See, I'm leaning towards getting Thrasis and probably passing on Bone Splitter. I do want a Sir Ignatius. And then Clavian is on the fence. I'm going to have to add all this up and see what it comes to. And then if I'm still comfortable with that number, then I'll add in Clavian. I don't think I need doubles on any. If I wasn't going to be traveling around, I would probably be wanting doubles of the Skeleton Raider like you are.
Yeah.
But I don't want to have you hold on to too much of my stuff, so to save you some space
for you while you're gone.
Oh, that's a good point. You might be talking me into more. But yeah, I'll add up my numbers and see if I'm going to be adding in Clavian. Because I do like I have Scaphoid, who's all green.
Yeah.
I'd like to do some painting and get like a blue skeleton, kind of like, who's the Skeletor.
Yeah, I don't remember his
tribute
name,
figure was. I can't remember what his name is, but get one that looks similar to that anyway. Sir Ignatius, I like the armor there. I got to have some good guys to fight my skeletons, so I think these 2 knights, as much as I like the armor on Sir Enoch, I think I like Sir Elijah better, so I'm happy with that one, and I've got him on pre-order, so I'm going to stick with that. The all-in, tempting, but I don't really want any more horses, so that's $65 down. I don't need these belts. I don't really care at all about Borthar. Were you going to get Gorthok?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Makes sense. The other ones are cooler. So that is All Stars 6+. Now, if I can go on a bit of a rant here, Jordan, let's look at Clavian. This is what Clavian came with. This came out, I think it was close to 10 years ago now, if I'm not mistaken. 8 maybe-ish. I don't know. A pretty significant amount of time. And at the time, I think these cost $35, $34 possibly. And then we look at Sir Enoch. Tons of soft goods. 2 heads. All those hands. 2 belts. Swords, or sword, dagger, sheaths for both of those, a mace, a shield, 2 alternate things for your helmet, swappable faceplate. You can like use other parts in there. And you're going to tell me, like, anybody that's like defending Hasbro right now, or any company that's saying like, oh, sorry guys, inflation, we can't put as much in the box. You. That's so not even true. Like, how are Mythic Legions able to go up by $2 in 10 years, and they're packing those boxes like I don't even know how that stuff fits in a box.
I agree.
No. And that's, I don't know, man. I was telling you as this was coming out,
yeah.
Hasbro is on their way out, and Mythic Legions are about to take over my whole collection because you watch the stream and they truly care about the fans.
Yeah.
And you're seeing, like, it's not like where we're like, oh no, guys, don't bash on Dan and Dwight too much because they're not like in charge. They're just like trying to sell us figures. It's like, I mean, Jeremy's technically not in charge. He's just like, he's one of the top dogs, but not the top. But then you've got the people that are actually like sculpting and making the figures, and like the actual top dogs will come on and be like, hey, here is the Mythic Legions, and like we care about the fans, and like you feel it in the offerings, and you're like, yeah, this is worth $37. Like comparing a Marvel, like what's a Marvel Legend that's $37 or like $40? Like we're getting close to where Spider-Man costs that much.
Yeah, it's true.
Like what? How much wasn't
new Spider-Man? Wasn't he 35?
I was gonna say, wasn't the Iron Spider one? Maybe, yeah, that one too. So yeah, you're getting a Spider-Man that comes with 2 alternate hands and some like
little web line.
And yeah, that one might have came with 2 hands also. And yeah, a couple web accessories that suck. And for the same price,
for a few dollars more.
You could be $2 more. You could be getting soft goods. You could be getting multiple weapons, tons of hands, multiple heads. It's not even close. Like the value is not even close. And anybody that tries to argue that is just kidding themselves. Like I understand if you're like, I don't know Mythic Legions and like I don't want to just get like some random characters. Understandable. I feel you. Maybe you like your characters. You're like, oh, I grew up on Captain America and Spider-Man and Thor and Hulk. Those are recognizable characters. I get it. There's probably licensing to pay, but for what you're getting in a box, you can't argue with me. You can't.
Yeah.
I think I will give you, this maybe being like a pros and cons of Mythic Legions. Mythic Legions does have the advantage of all of these figures we see are their figures, and you've never seen them before. So it's like, oh, here's Clavian. And it's like, oh, that's exactly how Clavian should look because that's who Clavian is.
It's not like prior expectations for what it should be.
It's not like, here's Spider-Man, and it's like, that's not Spider-Man.
Everyone knows what, has their own idea of what they want Spider-Man to look like.
Right.
That makes sense.
I'll give you that, but
that's a good thought.
Mythic Legions all the way, buddy. Get on board or get out of here.
Get out of the way.
Yep. I don't know. Any other final thoughts?
No, I mean, there's several there that I think look cool. As the kind of novice Mythic Legion collector, I would say, for sure, this seems like a pretty good revealing and wave. Like, I think the way they rolled it out seems pretty cool.
Yeah.
And like it just seems to have a good blend of what people want. But like even then, there's really nothing in there that you look at and be like, oh, that one's junk, you know?
Yeah.
Like a Legends wave, you can be like, 3 of those are going to be worth $10 immediately. You know, exactly. Like these ones are like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. Even if you're not like I'm not super into, obviously, a giant, you know, evil knight troll guy, but I think it looks really cool. And like, I totally see the value of it. And I think I'm very excited to see your display of him and Saruzjak. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I think, and even too, like the level of excitement I have watching this live stream versus watching a Hasbro, like the Hasbro live stream, I'm half there to see what's coming out and half there to like laugh at what they're trying to pass off as like $25. And it's just like,
I think a lot of people feel that way, man.
It's just like, it's like money grab after money grab and like squeezing you for all they're worth. And this is like, I don't know how they're making money. So this pre-order is up live right now. You can go pre-order whatever you'd like, and it will stay up until July 9th at 11 p.m. Eastern time. So you've got, I think they said about 5 weeks to order what you want to order. That's the other beauty of Mythic Legions. These figures haven't been made yet, so you can order as much as you want. They will not sell out during this time. So get as much or as little as you want. We might do another, like, closer to the ending of this, or like if they come out with more things, or they show some more pictures of pop and swaps, because I think they're doing that next week. Maybe we'll do some like updates as we go along, but I think if you, like I've said, if you haven't been a Mythic Legions fan, probably if you're still listening to this, you probably are, but if you want us to get back to Marvel Legends and other action figure news, don't worry, because that's coming soon. We've got the McFarlane DC Multiverse leaks coming out next, and then I think Jordan and I are wanting to rank some Spider-Man figures after that. So
Yeah.
I think that one will be a pretty fun one. I'm excited for that. We'll give Mythic Legions a little bit of a rest while I spend my money on them, and then give some other action figure lines some attention. So make sure you're liking, sharing, and subscribing. If you want a Strong Collector's t-shirt, that link is in the description below. And until next time, stay strong.
I promise. I know a lot about toys.